Okay, everyone, welcome to the show. Thrilling. I mean, really, if you boil it down to what is this episode? Thrilling.
Just thrill.
Yeah, thrill. It's a thrill for everyone involved.
Well, what is the episode today about?
So, here's the deal, guys. This is not going to be the most sexy video that we ever put out, but
unless this topic is your thing and it's ultra sexy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it was an interesting video. So here's kind of what happened, right? So we recently picked up a new sponsor for the channel called Firearms Legal Protection, or FLP for short. It's insurance for dudes with guns, who, whether they carry, home defense, whatever it may be, right? And as we were talking to them, we try to be very open and honest with people, and we just said, hey, if we're gonna do this, I really want to explore the question of, like, what is the validity and, like, real no BS, like, what's the validity of having insurance?
This sort of
like
service,
this,
yeah.
right? Because it is a thing that's out there now. It's pretty widespread and pretty common. And so,
but, like, is it necessary?
Is it necessary? Yeah. Like, what does it really get me? Like, what, like, what do we have here? Because we don't want to come to you guys as our audience, who hopefully trust us and has some trust level inside of our channel. We don't want to come here and just hawk bullshit at you, and be like, oh, like, best lights in the world, like, and get the check. And you guys are like, dude, I know, like, this is a bunch of horse shit. We want to actually bring you guys.
Actually, you're pro.
We do want to make money as a channel and have good sponsors, but it's like, we want them to be things that we actually like. So we kind of went down this rabbit hole, and essentially this video is to just present our findings, if you will.
Sure.
And we will talk a little bit about their service towards the end for those of you that are interested in it. But let's talk about the validity of this bad boy, right?
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So what the broad concept for me is this: it's a hedge of your bets.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, similarly, I think I know where you're going with this, and I do have your notes, but I think also, right?
Yes.
Like, we hedge our bets that my house doesn't catch on fire. I still have homeowner's insurance, and I still have a fire extinguisher.
And the funny thing is, you have to have homeowner's insurance.
Which
that's mandatory.
I don't think it should be. I think we should be free men to do whatever we want. That's a different discussion for a different day. But yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Hey, I have car insurance. How often do I use it? Not very often, but you know what? Did hit a deer on the way back from filming.
That's right,
one time. Were you there for that too?
No, you called me and you're like, I hit a fucking deer.
So mad. But it's like, hey, probably won't hit a deer tonight. But it did.
But you did.
A different night. Yeah. And it's like, glad you got some insurance. Yeah. So that's all that really, if we sort of put it in the broad category of CCW insurance, that's really what it is, right? It's a hedge of your bets. Like, I'm probably not going to be in a gunfight today. But if I am, fucking bad day. Bad day if now I have to go defend this in court. Not only from a was it justified perspective, but a financial perspective, right? And even the sort of post stress and everything, the PTSD, if you will, that comes along with that, right? So that's kind of what we got, right? Is a hedge of your bets. So a core philosophy, if you will, that I think we should reiterate in this, that I think always needs to be said, is avoid the damn conflict.
No, 100%. I mean, everyone likes to be this Billy badass and all this other shit.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah. Do you? Because that one of the toughest men we've ever met, Jason, who's been on the channel, Jason Beefley, we spoke to him about this, and he's like, avoid at all costs. Yeah. The best gunfight you win is the one you don't get in.
Don't get in it.
And he's like, dude, de-escalate. Do anything possible. This has to be your last resort.
I had to do it recently. I'm not going to go on that story, but I'm in my vehicle, and I had a shit show in my vehicle that, I had to, because if I'm being honest, I run a little bit hot.
Oh, and shocking.
So I wasn't going to grab my gun, but I went to grab my tomahawk.
Oh, yeah?
And I said, put the tomahawk down, kid. Put it down.
And you avoided the conflict?
I avoided the conflict.
Okay.
And I drove
this
away.
Was going further to where you didn't avoid it. And I'm like, whoa.
I drove away, and I was the bigger man. Okay? So point being, don't hit people with tomahawks, right? Is really what we're going for. It's not good. Because they're going to confiscate.
Question is, would it be covered?
And no, I would be going to jail in that scenario.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I would have been fucked. Yeah. No, for sure. I was done.
That's too good.
So here's the biggest question that I had leading into this whole thing, which is, so what is the average cost to defend yourself in a shooting, whether that's in your home, vehicle, active shooter, whatever it is, right?
A justified shooting with a legally owned gun.
Yeah, like what is the average cost to go defend yourself in court in a shooting? And 75 grand and up, okay?
Which is far lower than I've been told. I've told bare minimum $250,000.
See, that to me sounds high.
Now, I said that, and the guy's like, yeah, but you got to think. You have this fee. You might get off legally, but still sued civilly by the family.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to work. Like, he started adding it up, and he's like, look, it may be a smaller amount, but in the full scheme of things, you're probably going to lose your house.
Sure.
Probably going to lose your job.
Yeah.
Probably going to get divorced.
Yeah.
Like, he starts adding it all up, and he said, like, right around $250,000.
Yeah, so let's just say as a baseline,
Sure.
75 grand.
Sure.
Right? Okay,
Sure.
well, what does that mean? Most people don't have 75 grand in cash, liquid cash, just sitting there. So it's like, well, what does that mean? Okay, that means you're refinancing your house or selling your house, or like, oh man, I own my truck outright. Guess I'm selling that, and I'm taking buses now. It's like you're liquidating anything that you can.
Sure.
You're calling friends, family, like favors, everything, right?
Prison or lose everything.
Yeah, like it's like you don't have a choice, dude.
Yeah.
You have to go to court and defend yourself in
Sure.
this, right? So that to me was a bit like, oh shit, okay, so this is an expensive process. So sort of the next path that I went down is, okay, well, what is the, it's a term that you hear, a lot of dudes with combat experience throw out, which is statistical probability of threat.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's the probability of threat in terms of like, where do you spend your most time? Where is the most likely place that you would encounter a threat like this that can involve a shooting? And you go, well, think about the places you spend the most time. Home, work, vehicle, and then beyond that, it's like out and about just doing random shit. I'm at the gym, I'm at a restaurant, grocery store picking shit up,
Sure.
So you go, okay, well, how does that kind of break out? So if I looked at home, so I go, okay, next evolution of the conversation. Well, what are the odds of being in a home break-in, right? Because that is, I think, at least probably at the top of the list of statistical probability of threat. Where you would,
is it?
I think, I'm taking a guess on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I think probably maybe the number one spot that you would encounter that threat would be in your home.
I thought
right?
it'd be vehicle.
I think it's very high up there. And I think it's probably, neck and
Maybe
neck.
tied
But
for
also
first.
think work. I mean, you're in work for fucking 8 hours a day.
This is my work, so like,
True. An elk
the
is
only
not going to
threat
run up.
I got to worry about is you ginger motherfucker.
And I am a threat.
I know.
Don't
you
forget
run
it.
hot. You just talked about hitting someone with a tomahawk for crying
I
out loud.
thought about it. Okay, I thought about it.
FLP's gonna drop us after this video.
They're like, they are shit canned after one video. So here's the home break-in stat. So 1 in 36 homes will get burglarized. Like, now this is like over the course of, like ever, I would assume. But you go, damn, that's actually pretty high.
I mean,
1 in 36 ain't a low odds.
There's probably like 500 houses in my neighborhood.
Yeah, that was
so.
like 3% chance that at some point your house is going to get hit.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, well, that's really not good. Some of these stats were actually encouraging to me, which is, okay, 1.7 million home break-ins a year. That one sucks. That's a bad stat. But 88% of them are happening in support of a drug habit, which I thought, okay, the con of that is, what if this person is doped up and then it's just like, shit, man, now I got a drugged up opponent, and like, that ain't good.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
That said, the next couple stats were encouraging for me,
Okay.
which is only 7% of home break-ins involve violence. I go, shit, that's a lot lower than I would have thought. Like, now granted, probably a lot of them happen when you're not home,
Fair.
right? So, of course, no
I
violence.
would have
by
thought it'd be
default.
like, I don't know, 35, 40%.
I thought it'd be higher than that,
Yeah.
right? And these are like FBI stats and shit that I was pulling. Only 12% of intruders carry a gun. That I was shocked by. I was like, no way.
I thought that'd for sure be like 100.
Way high. I can tell you one thing, guys. If I'm not saying I will, but I'm just saying if I break into your house one day, I will be armed.
I got that strap, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be strapped.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I break in, shit's popping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be part of that 12%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This one was fascinating to me. So the average loss due to burglary was only $3,000. I was like, so what this tells me is most home break-ins are. It's smash and grab.
It's low-hanging fruit,
dude,
smash and grab.
It's like
shit
that
that's
watch is
easy.
out, like
Yeah.
that, TV isn't plugged in.
This gun's
or
out,
That
or-
laptop's out. It's laptops and jewelry, I bet, is
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Huh.
So you go, hey, look, so what's the point to this? Hey, look, chances are, to me, it actually made me feel a little bit better going like, okay, like the odds of the gun shootout in my house happening are actually pretty low.
Yeah.
But again, it's a hedge of bets, right? It's risk mitigation.
Yep.
That's all insurance is. It's risk mitigation, right? But take some preventative measures, security systems, you know, get a dog. Well, you don't want a dog like that, guys. But, you know, get a dog that sounds tough, that's not actually, it's just a sweetheart at the end of the day.
Lock your valuable shit in a safe.
Yeah. But beyond that, hey, look, vehicle, work, out and about, these are other places, sure, you could be in a threat. Are the odds high? No, of course the odds are low on all of this. Vehicle would probably be the next highest one though. But to give you guys some information on FLP, as we would like to do, and just so you know this too, we actually told them we wanted to do this video. They did not ask us to do this video. We just said, hey, look, if we are going to represent you guys and try to spread the word, if you will, we would like to actually do a proper video to educate both ourselves and our
viewers.
audience. So it's like, this was not like a, you know, paid shill thing. No. This was like, we requested to do this, right?
And as you should, like, do your due diligence, people.
Yeah.
Not to use a real estate term. We are real estate agents.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So here's the deal, guys. So again, FLP, Firearms Legal Protection. It's really not just for CCW dudes. Like, look, you could be a guy who carries a fixed blade around all the time. And you're like, well, what's the difference? Like a self-defense thing is a self-defense thing.
The difference is that's dark.
It's dark.
Like,
it's dark. It's a dark day. But it's like, yeah, while it's called Firearms Legal Protection, it's like, look, they will cover any legal weapon.
John Wick's pencil. Good to go.
You know?
A fucking pencil, right?
What if I smashed this into your face? You're trying to kill me, right? Okay. So I am threatened.
I would for sure kill you.
And I smash this into your face until eventually you just implode.
Even with a gun, I think I still win this fight.
No, I think this trophy's pretty strong, actually. We're going to do a competition later for the trophy on the episode here. So, look, they got a couple different plans. Just hit you with real quick, we'll hit this. Right, so our discount codes is just the number 1911. I think we'll also have a link down the video description so you can click on and get some savings. But the basic plan, $10 a month. They cover you in your state, right? So if you live in Arizona, you come up here, you get into some shit up here. Even if it's justified, it doesn't matter. You run the plan just for your state, right? Okay. Next thing. Uncapped attorney fees, and this is a big one because not all
that will be
of
your biggest expense.
Yeah, not all the services out there are uncapped. It's like, well, we'll cover, you know, first 20 grand or whatever. Uncapped attorney fees.
This next one's very important.
Yeah, hit it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just leaning in. I was giving you a layup.
Yeah, no.
You have a hotline that connects you to an actual attorney, not a support person.
Yeah.
It is an actual, legal, justified bar exam attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. That's important, I think.
Yeah, no, I do. We'll bounce back and forth. I'll do next. You do next. Protect. Well, I already covered it. Protection for all legal weapons, right? So you know, whatever.
This one I need for a different scenario I'm in, but expunging of criminal record, if legal, right? It was a joke, bad joke. Maybe I shouldn't joke about that, but if you do get
says a guy that works for a gun company, I'm like, yep, leave that joke out.
I know. Total joke. Just kidding.
Yeah.
My record's very, very clean, but. This is important. They'll expunge your criminal record.
Assuming you're not convicted. If you're guilty, then it's like, well, you're guilty.
Well, because you're guilty.
Like,
yeah, obviously.
Like, so the next one is the premium one, which is $22 a month with the code. The code winds up saving you about like about a third ballpark. So you know,
still 1911.
Yeah, it's pretty legit though. So this would be the one that most people do. So biggest difference is protection in all 50 states. So look, if you're traveling to any other, if you travel a lot, no brainer. Like you, no brainer. Like you need that one because you're on the road.
5 states in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, like you're all over the place. Like you need premium because you want to be covered in the states that you're carrying. Now you have to be legally carrying. So like if you're CCW, because I actually asked nuanced questions to them on this because we wanted to know to give you guys a fair shake. We're like, okay, so my Utah CCW is good in like 35 states, give or take.
Correct.
So, hey, look, if I'm carrying in one of those 35 states and I get into some shit, it will be covered, as long as it's legally justified, of course. But if I'm in California, where my CCW is not reciprocated, and I get into some shit, well, you were breaking the law. We're not going to cover you when you break the law.
Makes sense. Yeah. Even though I don't agree with those laws.
Sure, I'd love to be able to carry anywhere I want. But it's like, hey, look, Utah's constitutional carry state.
Same with Arizona.
Yeah. So anywhere that I go, if I've got this plan, but I have no CCW, so I'm carrying illegally in other states, it's like, well, no, because you're breaking the law. Like you have to actually be legally compliant in order for this shit to work.
Bail bonds covered up to $250K.
Yeah, which is
good.
legit.
That's a lot of money.
Super cool.
Go ahead.
Payment of expert witness fees. Fun fact, we won't go into it now. I have been an expert witness. We'll save that story for when we're getting boozed up on some 1911 Syndicate whiskey.
Coming soon.
Actually, probably out by the time this comes out.
Out by now, probably sold out.
But hey, we'll get hammered one night. We'll tell some fun stories. But yeah, I've been an expert witness.
Payment of investigator fees. Again, smart.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, get an investigator. Awesome.
Okay, so counseling support would be the next, which, you know, I think you should all get counseling after being in a violent encounter.
Yeah,
probably
unless
smart.
you're a sociopath, in which case it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like it never happened to you.
Correct.
But the next one, it's just the best, the best benefit
really
I've ever seen. So incident cleanup coverage, never would have thought of that.
No, and they brought this up.
Yeah.
Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you may know more on this, other CCW insurances do not cover that.
I don't think so, no.
Which there's a Instagram account that I follow that is this dude's job. He does incident cleanups. It is some of the darkest shit I've ever seen in my life. And hey, if you didn't know this, blood doesn't come out of a lot.
Well, and think about it. I never would have thought of this, but it's like, well, the dude that has to clean it up, he ain't doing it for free. It's not a hobby. Well, let's hope not. Hope to God not.
That's who we call Jeffrey Dahmer.
So, like, he is paid. Someone's got to pay. He's like, yo, I cleaned up. I cleaned you up. Like I need to get paid. Wouldn't be saying that to the victim. Victim's dead, but like, you know, someone's got to pay that man. Pay that man. So they'll cover that.
Yeah.
That's just
Cool.
fantastic.
Yeah. And then $1,000 kind of credit towards your firearm if it gets confiscated for the shooting.
Yeah, so if it's legally justified, this gets confiscated, and you're like, oh shit, well there goes my Langdon. They're like, hey, we'll give you $1,000 to go get a new carry gun.
Cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a nice little perk there. And
Last
then
one.
There's a family one that basically covers everyone in your family. It's like $39 with the code for most of our viewers. I don't know. I just don't see you guys being, you know, I don't know. I feel like
I doubt most of you have families.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
we got a bunch of degenerate viewers that are like, I don't need
But
all
it is
that
cool.
nonsense.
Like, you know, I have a wife. You don't. You
No.
probably never will, which is okay.
That's fine.
But, you know, we are on the family plan because, you know, I travel a lot. Sam gone and
Yeah, and Megan smoked someone. Then...
Megan whacks somebody.
Yeah.
She's covered.
So with that said, guys, we're going to play a game to
Let's
try
go.
to tie something into this called Is It Covered? Based on the rules of what we know to be covered within the program here. Mr. Crispy Visuals there behind the camera with his stupid Raising Cane's hat is going to ask us 5 questions, and it's going to be, you know, we will both answer at the same time. That way it's, you know, we're not gaming it. We'll go like 3, 2, 1, send your answer.
Okay.
And it'll be best of 5. So we have to determine, based on the information we are given about the situation, would this be covered?
Cool. What we'll do is Crispy will ask the question. You'll give us a countdown after he finishes. 3, 2, 1, and then we say. Okay?
Smooth.
You like that?
You ready?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'm gonna
Okay.
be.
Send it.
Scenario number 1.
You see a masked and armed man heading into a middle school. You're there to stop him with your carry piece before he enters the school.
3, 2, 1.
Covered.
No, not covered.
Oh, damn it. I messed up, didn't I?
Did he have a gun? I didn't hear that he had a gun. I heard a man in a ski mask walk into a school
Yeah. But you're there to stop him before he
You're there
enters.
to stop him before he enters the school.
with a gun, though.
It says he's armed,
Oh, it said armed. Damn it!
masked and armed.
Yeah, you got to smoke that fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Here's
I
the
said no
problem.
though, so I got to stick to my original answer.
But I don't know if this is true, though, because you're not allowed to carry on school property.
Oh shit.
So that would be illegal.
Oh shit. Crispy,
So
what's
I
the
don't think
answer?
it's covered.
Well, you're not there to stop a threat unless you're law enforcement.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is it's illegal for you to technically be carrying on school property.
Yes, defending the lives of others with lethal force is generally covered. Just make sure that you are not carrying illegally near a school, and this varies within different state licenses.
Okay.
So we're saying yes. Okay, so I'm down. I get 0 points on that.
Did I?
You said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're up 1-0 right now.
Okay.
Okay. Scenario 2.
Yep.
At your favorite sports bar, a fight breaks out. You don't know who started it or why, but suddenly the huge guy takes a swing at your head. You recover and put a steak knife through his hand to prevent the next blow.
It's awesome.
3, 2, 1.
Not covered.
No.
Not covered.
Not covered.
Elaborate.
Not covered.
You just stabbed a dude because you got punched?
Yeah,
I think that's an excessive use of force, sir.
I would agree.
But the steak knife is a baller move, first of all. Like, dude, you're at Outback Steakhouse and you steak knife a dude through the hand. Look, props, but no, I don't think it's covered.
Also, you didn't kill the guy, so no, it's not covered.
Yes, if you were reasonably in fear for your life and used a weapon to prevent further assault, it would be covered.
Wow.
If you had just used your fists and then mutually engaged in a fight, it might not be.
Whoa.
So this is what you can articulate
Wow.
in court, is what that comes
I
down
didn't
to.
see that one coming.
Yeah,
I'm
so
learning.
no one gets a point on that, but I'm still +1.
Yeah,
Third
you're
question,
1-0.
let's go.
Wow, no shit, Jesus.
After an obvious self-defense incident, it has been a year since the trial and the police have still not returned your Walther. Will the FLP pay for your gun?
No.
3, 2, 1.
No.
But they will give you $1,000 towards the credit of that gun.
This says yes, FLP will pay for the fair market value of the confiscated firearm, except for California and North Carolina where it's prohibited.
Oh, so you were acquitted.
$1,000 is just the cap to what they'll put towards it, but if maybe it was like a $500 Glock, they would just give you the Glock.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Okay, so I'm down 3. What are you?
So
1 point?
+1. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, I can still come back though.
No, you can't.
I can do this. Hit me with it.
Yeah, make something up for us, boys.
We don't know the answer.
Well, we will do our best.
And backfire.
We'll do our best to litigate it.
Yeah.
We'll do
Let's
our
litigate
best to
this.
litigate it.
Yeah, here we go.
At your local gun range, the instructors suggest that having a firearms legal protection is a good idea. You take some information because you want to research all of the options. That night, someone breaks into your home and you have used your firearms to protect your family. You call FLP the next day to sign up when you realize that you're going to need an attorney.
3, 2, 1.
No. It's pre-existing condition argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely not covered.
You can't buy insurance after wrecking your car after a wreck. It doesn't work that way.
Don't work that way.
Yeah, no, you must be a member of the time of the incidents.
Okay.
If you signed up earlier that day, it could have been covered. Of course, you can still sign up for FLP, but it would only cover future incidents.
Well, of course. Okay, so you're still up 1, but we've got one
Thanks.
more left. But we're out of questions, so you guys come up with
thanks.
something.
No, I just won. Thanks, man.
We've only done 4 questions.
Yeah, but we don't have any more questions, so I win.
Well, we can end on that then.
I'm kidding.
can-
Go ahead, let's see. See what they come up with. Sun's going down, boys. Let's go.
Dog's eyes are barely open.
Dude, he's so tired.
Look at him.
I'd be surprised if anyone is watching this still.
How tired are you, Finn?
That or like someone
How
dances you at the gym.
tired are you?
Jake's at a gay bar where he's received 3 free beverages from a man down the bar.
Okay.
I'm hot.
Jake politely declines the 4th beverage, in which the man throws a half a full bottle of Bud Light, glass bottle, at your head.
Question.
You pull out the Glock but don't fire any rounds.
I didn't fire any rounds.
That is not
There's nothing
covered
to
because he's
cover.
carrying in a bar, and it is illegal to carry in a bar in all 50 states, regardless.
I'm going to say that shit's covered because I was there. I was having a good time. Okay? And someone tried to interfere with my good time, and I took the law into my own hands, okay? And I'm going to say that a nice judge would be like, you're having a good time, someone threw a glass at your head, smoke them.
But it's illegal to carry a gun in a bar.
I think this judge is very liberal on the rules. And I can articulate this in court. So I guess we're 1-1. It's a
No,
tie.
hold on.
That's a tie.
What's the correct answer?
We don't fucking know.
Oh,
So it's a tie. It's a tie.
You're not allowed to carry in a bar.
You're not.
But also, wouldn't it be bad to just flash it? Like,
100%.
that's
It's
bad
called
being
brandishing,
bad.
which is
Yeah, no, I
illegal
know.
and a misdemeanor crime.
Yeah, so that
So
wouldn't
you're
cut-
fucked. Dude, he lost twice now.
Yeah.
Potato,
hey,
potato.
Brandishing is illegal, 100%.
I
So,
wasn't super clear on the question that it was brandishing.
but I still won, right?
Well, I think so. But let's also have a discussion to make sure that is that going to make the edit, because the trophy sequence is going to be fucked up if we have to cut out the gay talk. And so we have to decide now if that's going to make it in the video.
What we just did?
He does have a good point.
Why wouldn't it make it?
Well, just making sure we didn't cross
Is the
the
gay
line.
bar crossing a line? Do you feel uncomfortable people knowing you go to gay bars?
That's the real question.
Okay.
Do you mind people knowing?
Okay.
That's where you
So that's where this is going to go? It's going to be gang up on Jake night.
Couldn't help it.
It's going to be, let's just all dog
Look,
pile on me.
you're used to male dog piles, son. So you're gonna be just fine.
You can win. We'll give you the victory tonight.
Really?
We'll give you the victory because I'm a nice guy.
This is the third time I've won this trophy, and I'd like to thank FLP for sponsoring me and my, I guess, the gauntlet I've had to run to earn this. So thank you guys.
Bunch of
Follow
horseshit.
all your local, state, and federal laws.
Yeah. Don't hit people with tomahawks.
All of this is hypothetical. We are completely joking. None of this has ever happened in real life except for the gay bar scenario.
And this is not actual legal advice. Please talk to people. Anyone other than us knows more about anything discussed here.
Yep.
Talk
and
to
FLP,
someone smart.
thanks for the one sponsorship.
Yep.
Because we just blew it.
See you guys when we see you, I guess.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, get insurance.